Welcome back to Planet of the Tapes, a film and series podcast. This is this is episode 4.
Yes.
And we've been really looking forward to this episode.
This is the one.
The one.
Of this year, at least.
We've been building up to it.
This is Christmas Eve, isn't it?
If you're watching it on the day, thank you. But yeah, it is Christmas Eve.
If you're driving,
it's a good time to watch it, to listen.
Listen. I got corrected, actually, by my uncle. He was saying, stop saying watch. No, stop saying record. Stop saying...
Filming.
Yeah, stop saying filming. say record. So, yeah, it's record.
Yeah, my parents said the same because I said, oh, we're filming an episode. But no, we're recording an episode.
Yeah. Yeah.
One day, maybe.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned, yeah.
Sure.
You might have seen by our episode title, we are looking at a lot of things this episode. It's quite an array, but all covering 2024.
Yep, just a summary. We'll have our own specific awards that we've designed. We'll also have going through the months of just some short reviews of just some films. And then the big one, our top 5 films of this year. So please stay tuned for that.
So this is Yanis and Amaru in the editing room, interrupting the episode. We wanted to say that this is actually going to be split into a 2-parter.
Yeah, we're going to Dune you here.
Yeah.
So
Dune and Wicked. Yeah, we just thought it would be better for you to be able to see it in 2 parts. So you'll be seeing the going through each month and the POFT Awards here. And then in part 2, which you can look forward to, is, I think, our best bit, which is our top 5
films of the year. So yeah.
Also, we have an announcement that we've already filmed season 1 debut and season 2, which is blank. But we wanted to give you the choice to be able to vote for season 3. So in the description, you'll be able to see that you can cast in your votes. We've put the categories there, but it's up to you.
So yeah, just vote in. Suggest your own opinion, own words, suggestions, and yeah, we'll hopefully see you in season 3 as well. Back to the episode. And yeah, so let's start with the Planet of the Tapes awards.
Yeah, the awards of the planets of the tapes.
Yeah. Only on our planet is I'm not gonna. All right. Okay, so our first category. Should I? I don't know.
You can start. Yeah.
Okay, got it. So our first category, best trailer of the year. The nominations are Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning teaser trailer, Mickey 17, The Substance, The Wild Robot, Joker Folie à Deux, Deadpool Wolverine, Alien Romulus, and Longlegs.
Wow. Also, before we start, we just wanted to say you'll hear going through the categories. We didn't want to choose ones that are used in the Oscars or
yeah, we wanted to do
British
something
choice.
a bit different and just a bit random. So best trailer, this obviously. Yeah. Find that somewhere.
I'm gonna start with mine. My winner for this one is
Dun, 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 dun.
actually. I'm gonna explain it first. This one is I think it impacted me the most this year because I just loved it, and this doesn't necessarily reflect the film. But
I think I know where you're going.
Joker Folie à Deux
is
teaser.
It was just such a good trailer.
Yeah, I really, really like that one. It's disappointing that it didn't quite maybe live up to it. I mean, if you've seen it, email or comment to us what you thought about it. But yeah.
Yeah, the use of what the world needs now.
Yeah.
That was so good. And all the amazing cinematography in the trailer, and it's just it establishes that we're not doing the same and it's completely different, and it's just perfect because you don't know about the story, and it's just that trailer's great. So yeah, is that your choice then?
That is.
What's no honorable mention? No?
Oh, honorable mention probably, although I haven't seen it, I really like the Romulus trailer. I think with
it's decent. Oh yes, because it only glows in the spaceship. Yeah, that's good.
That one's really great.
That's good. Yeah. For me, the winner of best trailer this year is.
I think I know.
It's okay. It's between 2, right?
Oh, okay.
It's between 2. I'm really stuck between 2. It's either, as you said, Joker Folie à Deux.
Yeah.
That's such a good trailer. Or Mickey 17.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my god.
I
Okay.
really enjoyed the Mickey 17 trailer because I might be biased because it made me get into the Dean Martin song, Kick in the Head, the song in the trailer.
Oh, right,
I really
yeah.
like that song now. But also just because I loved how like it was just so like what a stacked cast. I didn't tell you a lot about the plot, but it's just like it looks really funny and it just looks like direct Ron Joon-ho is like it's just kind of doing something completely different to Parasite, and it looks brilliant. And yeah. Obviously, when it comes to Joker Folie à Deux, I mean, obviously we've heard it's a bit underwhelming, but like it is, as I said before, it is that we love trailers that don't tell you about the plot, and it's just like it gives you the atmosphere. Because that was one of the reasons why on my honorable mentions as well was Longlegs. The reason why is because there is like in the teaser trailer, there is like not a lot of context for anything. So it's like just snippets of like some like twisted stuff, and it was such a good trailer. It made me and my friends want to watch it. We were like, take my money.
Yeah. No, I see.
So I will say Longlegs had a really good trailer. Obviously the quality of the film, I'll touch on later on, but I thought that the trailer was incredible as well.
That's great. So your winner's Mickey 17.
Oh, I don't know. Joker Folie à Deux or Mickey 17, one of them.
Between them.
Yeah, I'm stuck. I don't know.
I think, please don't click off because I mentioned it.
Oh, no.
But Trap, I think, I'm not talking about the trailer, but I think the trailer's very good. I think it did a very good job at hiding a lot of the film whilst showing to the audience, like
the butcher?
teasing them. Yeah.
No.
But I
not
think
for me.
it was good as a trailer, not necessarily talking about the film.
Retention rate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, let us, Yanis, what's the next category?
So the next one is Best Title. So the nominations are I Saw the TV Glow, Speak No Evil, Beetlejuice, Longlegs, Kinds of Kindness, and Joker Folie à Deux. So Amaru, what's your winner?
My winner is Kinds of Kindness.
Okay, nice.
When I say it, and I'm getting I know. The trailer was also good, pretty good as well. The one with Eurythmics song. I think I'm not wrong. I like the title. It's nice to say. Kinds of Kindness. It's just also like you don't even know what's it about as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, you don't.
Like, what is the kind of kindness? So yeah, that's my winner. Kinds of Kindness, definitely. Longlegs is good. I Saw a TV Glow is really interesting. I actually really that was like probably my second. I would have put Joker Folie à Deux, but I think the Joker part kind of ruined it. If it was just like Folie à Deux, that would have been good.
I understand. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, apart from that, yeah, some solid titles. What about you?
Good one. So mine, I was thinking about it and I'm thinking like, what's like a genius? It's just like, what's a genius title that just works well? And I know like this one seems simple, but Beetlejuice for me,
Really?
I know it's interesting, but like, I just think like slapping on Beetlejuice 2 is horrible, but like because Beetlejuice is such like a staple.
And it makes sense with because how you summon Beetlejuice is you say his name 3 times.
Exactly, which is why I think it was clever to do instead of putting Beetlejuice 2 or like a different title.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't put it because I was like, there's already Beetlejuice, but I get what you mean. It's kind of smart how they do that. Definitely.
Yeah, I think my runners up is probably I Saw the TV Glow.
That's a good one.
I quite like that as a title. And same Kinds of Kindness. But yeah, I think I was thinking of Kinds of Kindness, but I thought like, I don't know, just Beetlejuice just like works so well within the context of the film.
When it implements itself super well with the film, that's when it works its best.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, you say it and then they don't understand it. People don't understand it, but
Yeah.
it's good. So yeah, was it my turn?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Best use of music. So obviously this year we've had not that many actually. I would say only like 2 big ones. I would say. Either way, the nominations for best music in a scene is Part 1, The Wizard and I, Deadpool Wolverine, Bye Bye Bye, Wicked Part 1, No One More's the Wicked. Wicked Part 1, Defying Gravity. Deadpool Wolverine, Like a Prayer. And Wicked Part 1, Popular. That's it.
Okay.
So many Wicked.
Great.
Okay. Hopefully you guys understood that. But yeah, best use of music, Yanis. What is the best use of music in 2024?
So, Amaru, I'm so sorry, but I'm on like a Wicked rant for a second. But like, mine's obviously Wicked.
Yeah, I know
but
that.
Like, but like, I just love Wicked the musical in the first place. Like, I love it. It's just really good. It completely changes and reshapes how you think of the Wizard of Oz. But like, the music, Stephen Schwartz's music is a masterpiece. And and I originally was gonna say Defying Gravity, but
I keep hearing it everywhere.
I wish he didn't market that because it's such like a big part of the song. But in any case, it's my soul left my body when I heard No One Mourns the Wicked in the first
What?
scene. Like, genuinely, I was speechless.
It's transcending.
Yeah, it's I transcended. No, yeah, so mine is Wicked Part 1, No One Mourns the Wicked. Ariana Grande's vocals in there is actually insane.
I don't even know what song that is. I haven't even heard it from like spoilers or anything. I haven't heard of it.
Anyone who hasn't seen Wicked, don't listen to No One Wants a Wicked because you should see it when you see the film. Because just remember when you listen to that, Ariana Grande sung that live. And it's like, it's absolutely insane, her vocal range. Yeah, I could go on and on and on about it, but it's really good. That's my winner.
Yeah, I only know like, it's it's really. I actually have heard kind of Defying Gravity, but I haven't heard it. It was like what's it called? America's Got Talent thing, and then they sung it, and I don't remember it, but it was like a deep fake of Simon Cowell, and it was really cursed, but I don't remember it really.
Worst place to listen to.
So that was the first time I heard it. Yeah. Yeah, for me, the best use of music in 2024 was Bye. Yes! It's so good. I was like, because when I went in to watch, I was like, okay, this will be all right, because, Marvel, and like, it's Marvel now, not like Fox anymore. And that opening scene, it could not, it's the best, okay, is there probably, no, yeah, it is the best opening scene of this year. I don't care what they say, the haters, this is a funny movie. Like, this opening scene is just
amazing.
So good.
Wow. I wish I could have seen it at the time. I mean, I need to go through the Deadpools to see it. But I did hear a lot of buzz around that bit.
Oh, and Bye, the most probably viral music thing of this year. But yeah, Bye. It just works. It's just great and hilarious. And yeah.
Those are our winners. We have the next one is Best Sequel. And I mean, there are a lot of options for that this year. So the nominations are Alien Romulus, Inside Out 2, Furiosa, a Mad Max Saga, and Dune Part 2.
So for me, this was like an easy answer. Like, come on, guys. What is the best sequel this year? I mean, obviously, like, Furiosa is good, but it's a prequel, right? And I think I'll explain later on about that film. Alien Romulus was good, but Dune Part 2 is the best sequel this year. I don't think that's a hot take. And like, Denis, cooked again. I mean, it's just like, what do I say? Like just Dune Part 2, you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
It's kind of hard to talk about it. I mean,
we'll talk about it later on, probably. But, Dune Part 2 was the sequel of the year. And I think even though like those who like know the book might not like it as much, you can't deny that it is probably one of the better ones of this year, considering we had so many.
Yeah. I mean, there was quite a range of good films this year. Like, I mean, in terms of like genres, going for them. So, I don't know, I guess.
What about
I know
you?
a few people. So, I don't know if this is a hot take. I'll try and explain it. I didn't choose Dune Part 2.
Okay, that's
because
fine.
I think I was looking at it more literally, and I was seeing which film do I think works best as a sequel to the first film. It's like, I think Dune Part 2 is like
I think
an
I know what you're
amazing
going to
film.
say.
I'm going to say Inside Out 2.
That makes sense.
because I think as a sequel, it just works so well, and it's such a deserved sequel as well.
Yeah, you were saying like when you watched it, like, oh, you liked it more than the first.
Yeah, I mean both are incredible. But I think I did.
Yeah, I see what you mean. It's like it feels like a natural sequel in a way. It didn't feel forced, unlike some of the Pixar. I think I'm not wrong. Like it felt right. It's one of those sequels that, I just said it felt right. Yeah, I'll get on later about Inside Out 2, but
Yeah.
it's all right.
I don't know. I think maybe I was looking at it more literally, but I think I was trying not to look at Dune Part 2 as a good film, but rather a good film that's also a sequel.
Right.
And it is a great sequel. It's basically a direct sequel. It takes place like 5 minutes after or something.
Probably that, like an hour.
Yeah, about an hour. But I still think the continuation from Inside Out 1 and 2 as Riley grows up was really well done.
Yeah, that makes sense. I get what you mean. Cool.
Next one.
Whose turn is it? I forgot.
Yours.
Okay, cool. Best double feature. I mean, I can't lie, this is a really obvious answer here, but here we have, our nominations are for best double feature. Oh, for context, best double feature means like best two films that like released this year that pair well, like watching like in a row, if that makes sense, like they link. If the nominations are A Different Man and The Substance, Maxine and Smile 2, and Furiosa and Mad Max Saga, and Gladiator 2.
Yeah. You said there's an obvious answer.
Well, yeah, there is an obvious answer, but I want to see what you're going to say. So,
okay.
You
To be honest, looking at these categories, it was difficult for me because it's like I've either seen one and not the other, or one and not the other.
I've seen all of them apart from Maxine and Smile 2, but I already know the gist of it because they link with like about like a singer, I think. Yeah, celebrity about fame and how like they can't run away from their past. And Furiosa and Mad Max, I'm not even going to say that. Furiosa and Gladiator 2 link together because they're about like two orphans that like kind of get themselves up the ranks. And then A Different Man and The Substance is about two people like changing their, I don't know, like changing their identity and realizing it's not them that's the problem. Well, it's not like their appearance that's the problem.
It's them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Alien, Romulus, and Quiet Place, like being hunted, I guess, by
but like
by
not
aliens.
really.
My winner, I guess it is kind of obvious, but I mean it's obvious for us maybe, but I chose A Different Man and The Substance.
Same.
I haven't seen The Substance, but like I think those two seem to pair really well.
Yeah,
together.
like they're like A Different Man is like a less twisted like a less like not in a bad way, disgusting version. Because The Substance is more of a graphic version of like what Different Man is, but Different Man explores more like about a personality in a way. I don't know how to explain it, but they're really like, I've seen both of them and they would go really well together if there's a double feature this year, definitely.
Right. I mean, as we said before, they both have like similar messages to them. I guess their approach is different because it's quite different. Because I mean, The Substance, you have a celebrity, and then in A Different Man, I mean, he thinks that he doesn't have anyone around him. So it's polar opposites, but both taking the same path.
Yeah. So that's a good one, yeah. Either way, Yanis, what is the next category?
The next category is Most Original Film. So we've got The Substance, Challengers, A Different Man, Flow, It's What's Inside, and Longlegs. So
for me, I mean, we've had some varied... I mean, obviously, I think all of these ones are smaller films, apart from Challengers, obviously. So we've had some good we have some decent original films here, definitely. Very varied, obviously animation. We have a Flow. We also have like A24 with like A Different Man, and then we have like just other stuff. But I think for me this was an easier pick. I think The Substance.
Okay, right. That's an interesting pick.
Because it's like it's a combination of like it's inspired by different stuff, but it all comes together to make something original. And I'll explain more and talk about more of The Substance. But I think it is definitely the most original film this year.
That's interesting. Yeah, I mean, I've heard a lot of buzz around it, and like I understand the concept of it, similar. But yeah, seems like a good pick.
Yeah, and what about you?
Whilst going through them, I was thinking, I guess they're all in a way like related to another film in terms of maybe inspiration, like Flow, definitely like Life of Pi.
Oh yeah, I can see that. Yeah, from the trailer.
Yeah, like I don't know, there are other ones as well. I chose one you haven't seen, which is It's What's Inside.
Oh, then the car. Was it car? Was it they go in the car?
No, it's set in it. I mean, I think, to be honest, it does draw similarities to Bodies, but it takes
And
place
like
inside.
Parent Trap apparently, as well. Where like they switch bodies. I think,
Yeah,
isn't it?
I mean, switching bodies isn't like a new concept, but I think the way the film does it is why I chose it as original film.
Interesting.
It's body swapping, but in a different way to you would ever expect. It uses color really well to show body swapping.
Right. Okay.
I'm not sure how to explain
Netflix,
it
right?
without giving.
No.
No, it's not. I'm not sure which, but I'm not sure which actually. I just think it draws similarities to different things, but it's in terms of its approach to storytelling, like specifically storytelling and characters. I think that's what makes it really original. But between the ones I've seen here on this list, like I mean, Flow, I could have chosen it, but I do think it follows similarities maybe to like Wall-E or Life of Pi. Different Man I could have chosen as well, which is
Different Man was very original, yeah. Because like it you think it's gonna be about appearance, but actually it's not about appearance.
no.
It's like completely like different because it's I don't know. It kind of it's more about your identity and like this. I'm getting to. I'll save it on for later.
We'll
Save it
get
on
to
for later.
Okay, so this is our awards of the
The
awards
Puff-
of the Planet
Po-
of the Tapes.
Puffed Awards.
The Puffed Awards.
Yes.
Yeah. And we're moving on to our next section, which is films of this year. So, Amaru, what was your first film you saw this year?
We're gonna get a copyright strike for that. Hopefully not. The first film the first film I watched this year that released this year was Bob Marley One Love.
Right.
I guess to summarize. It was one of the first. This was the first major biopic to come out this year. Obviously, we got the Amy Winehouse one, which was definitely less well received than this one.
Yeah.
I thought, yeah, obviously the music's great. It doesn't really change anything about the biopic genre. It's very formulaic, just like the other ones. And the acting's decent, good, but it was just, it was alright. It was alright. Like, what I'm looking for, and I know I've ranted on this to many people, but films like the biopic Love and Mercy, so that's the Beach Boys one. And the reason why I really enjoy that one is because the narrative structure was changed and designed specifically for Brian Wilson, the lead of the Beach Boys, and I think more biopics should try to change up the whole thing or like some part of it, so then it's like more unique to the artist. Right. Like for example, coming up now we have A Different Man. No, sorry, A Better Man, which is the Robbie Williams biopic, and the way they've changed it is that they've implemented making him into a monkey, and that adds something different because that's how he sees himself. So I want more biopics to like implement something unique for the artist to make, not only because that's how their music stands out. They are unique, so you have to make their film unique as well, structurally.
That's a fair point.
That's my rant on Bob Marley.
Yeah, I mean, if it was all right, I guess you are right though. Like, I think the formula is personally getting a bit overdone. Yeah, it's kind of they're all quite similar. So I mean, seeing the trailer for the A Better Man for the first time, I'm like, oh, this is different. And at first I didn't see it like in a good way, but I think now I'm thinking like, actually this is good. It's good for biopics to have something different.
Mm-hmm. So Yanis, what was the next film?
The one that I put on here that I wanted to like briefly talk about is also February. Madam Web.
Wait, what about the Beekeeper?
Oh yeah, Beekeeper January. I don't have really much to say on it. I mean, it's if you're looking for something John Wick but worse, then go for this. No, but I'm not joking. Like it is like a perfect copy of John Wick. Like the same,
The Hive.
except just with like a million bee puns in it.
breaking the hive.
I mean, Josh Hutcherson was good in it.
He's had some interesting
But
projects.
yeah, it was interesting.
But Madam Web, the masterpiece of this year, Madam Billion at the box office.
It made me realize, like, I'm actually grateful for it because it made me realize what a bad film actually is. Like, I think I've been so like this year. I think you saw in March I had like a really good run, and it made me like fully realize like, wow, like I know what a bad film is now. I don't want to go on about a bad film, but what I do have to say is I will commend it for the VFX because I think that was actually quite well done. It didn't look cheap, which was good. It felt like you could see the budget in it. But apart from that, like just bad dialogue.
Apparently the ADR is
uninteresting.
awful. Of the villain.
I don't even remember.
Yeah, Madam Web.
Madam
Nice.
Web. If you're looking for something you can just put on in the background.
Is it
Madam
as
Web.
funny as Morbius? That's the real... Oh, you haven't seen Morbius?
I don't think there's no such thing as funny for this film. I don't think there's any jokes in it.
No, but like, you know those films that are like not good. They're so bad, they're so funny.
No, it isn't like this. It's like if you're looking like a level of it, it's like you've got a bad film, you've got a film that's so bad it's funny, and you've got something even worse than that you just can't even laugh at it, and that's Madam Web.
Charming.
Oh, and Argyle as well. That's like so bad it's not even funny.
Nice. Next up.
Great run.
Next up. What's next?
I mean, March, there were quite a few films, but I didn't really see that. I mean, I only saw one film that came out in March, which was Dune Part 2. But apart from that... I didn't
Stay
see-
tuned. Stay tuned. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going to skip over March.
Because Dune, we will talk about more in top 5.
Maybe. I don't know if it's...
yeah.
We'll see.
May.
There's May next. I have one which is similar to us, our name, Kingdom of the
my
Planet
lord.
of the Apes. You know, it's become like really hard for me recently for me to say apes instead of tapes.
Oh, okay.
Like, because whenever someone says Planet of the Apes, I'm like, ugh, that just doesn't sound right. It's Planet of the Tapes.
Jesus.
So yeah, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, that's not right. I just realized.
It doesn't sound right.
Stop saying it.
I think it was surprisingly well fleshed out and interesting. I mean, I liked the contrast that it had to the other films. It felt really refreshing. Amazingly written score by John Paisano, or John Paisano, if I'm saying that right. I think overall it's a great film. I loved the characters. I don't think it was necessarily needed, but I think once I saw it, I was happy with it. I mean, Wes Ball, he did a good job in it.
He's gonna do the Zelda, isn't he, right?
Yeah, he did Maze Runner, I think,
messed-
before. So he's doing the live action Zelda film next. That's his next project.
Yeah, you better not mess that up.
He better not. I'm going to come for him. He doesn't. So yeah,
It's May.
that was May.
Cool.
Then we move on to June.
Oh, well, actually, yeah.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about it.
June. I got the Bikeriders.
Okay, yeah, I heard about that, but I didn't hear.
So I don't think this was quite I think it released a bit later. I don't know. It wasn't as well. I didn't hear anything about it. I think originally, if you told me like before the Bikeriders came out, will this be an awards contender? I'd be like, yeah, it looks like an awards contender.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, well, yeah, it does. Like you have Jodie Comer, Austin Butler, Tom Hardy.
Yeah. Oh,
And like this historical kind of inspired by like old pictures of motorbike gang people. It was. I mean, it has good ideas, right? I liked how it didn't depict it as like a gang. It depicted it more as like family,
Right.
and like how like different generations of like people like treat it or like see it differently. I think that's really interesting. Like look at that, but I didn't know who the main character was exactly, because
Okay.
it is told in a manner where Jodie Comer is telling the story of the past, so you think she's the main character, but then like I think she doesn't appear for a long time, and then you think it's Austin Butler's movie because it kind of follows him for a bit, and then like something happens to him where he is, I guess, enabled to be the main character again. So Tom Hardy becomes the main character again, and then after it goes back to Jodie Comer because then it follows more. I don't know. I don't know who the main character was. I think it had its good ideas, but I think it didn't really like. I didn't really work for me personally. I think it's good, but not the potential was there.
I see. Yeah. Is it kind of like Grand Budapest, where it has like a framed narrative? So, like you start off in the future and then it goes into it.
I mean, it's I don't know. It's a strange structure, really. I don't really know. I don't even know how to describe it. It's kind of like, yeah, no, not like that. Because at least that didn't go back and forth all the time. You know what I
this
mean?
one did a lot.
No, but I don't know. I honestly I don't remember too much, but it just I think they needed to kind of. I think it was going for just like it was trying to just be an overall message to it. I wanted to focus more on like one character and maybe like their perspective on the bike riders. I'm not sure. I really like though how it's there's family and like it's about family, like community. It's not just like random people burning houses or something. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah.
Bikeriders. The next one that came out in June was A Quiet Place Day 1, which I saw.
Best cat performance of the year.
Well, yeah. I don't remember any other cats. But yeah, Quiet Place. I was stressed out about that cat. By the way, is there a cat in Romulus?
No.
Oh, shame.
No.
Missed opportunity.
They already did it already with what was his name in the first one?
I forgot the cat's name.
Jones. Jones.
It was that. I mean, literally,
anyone would go save Jones.
Coincidentally, there's a cat that's just walked into the room. So
yeah,
perfect timing. But Quiet Place, yeah, I think it was all right. It's 99 minutes. It felt a lot shorter, which was nice, I guess, because the pacing was just well done. I think the most interesting part was the character dynamics, and also like their motives was really interesting. I think the ending was really like well placed as well. Like it didn't feel too.
I've seen snippets, kind of.
You see of the ending,
just of everything.
Oh, I see. It's great. I think I don't know. I don't want. It's really hard to talk about it without too many spoilers. But I feel like you can see it without. You can definitely see this without seeing the other Quiet Place films. Like yes, there might be some overlapping characters.
Oh yeah,
but it's all right.
That
one. Yeah, I know
that
what you
guy.
mean. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, I just think overall amazing characters, fast, short paced. Well, like pacing is good so that it feels short, and perfect ending.
What would you say is like the weakest
out of the Quiet Places?
Yes.
I'm not sure. Maybe one.
What do you mean
I'm
one?
Not sure.
One is the weakest.
I'm not sure. I like all of them.
Okay, that's good. No, that's good. That at least it's consistent. Franchise apparently.
Yeah, it is consistent. I mean, everyone knows that there's a few plot holes.
Oh yes,
and loopholes.
Yes.
But yeah, I honestly I can't say that all of them are great. But that is June. So we're moving on to July.
July, yes. Yes. July.
So
guide us.
The first one of July I saw was, or the first one that came out in July was Despicable Me 4. All I want to say about that is it's a film and it's a sequel.
Right, moving on. Longlegs. I watched Longlegs.
Right.
How do I describe Longlegs? I mean, saying that title sounds weird all the time. Longlegs. I think it had probably the best online marketing this year because of how mysterious it was. I think like the cryptic messages people might remember if you were like looking at it, and it was just really hyped up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like even the teaser trailer, as I said, like it said nothing about the plot, and it was so good, which is why like literally I watched it and like we have to watch it. Like we have to watch it in cinemas. And yeah, I think I overhyped it a bit. I can't lie.
Oh,
yeah,
shame.
because like, yeah, it was all overhyped by me. It was all my fault, technically. And I mean, I guess that just proves like you can have such good marketing, but it can also be a bit dangerous.
They did that. Her heartbeat when she sees Who's Longlegs again? Who's like the
Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage, right? When she sees Nicolas Cage for the first time,
Does she?
and like her heartbeat goes like over
Does it?
something.
I don't remember
yeah.
that. Yeah, I mean, for example, I think the main character didn't really have personality,
Oh no.
and like they introduced something at the beginning, and they don't really come back to that quote unquote superpower. I'm not gonna.
Superpower.
I'm not gonna go into more of that. I think it's because I'd watched Hereditary a bit before, and I was expecting something like on that level of like complexity. But Longlegs is not a bad film by any means. I thought it was alright, and I liked the ideas, but it wasn't what I thought it would be, and I think that's kind of like my own fault. So if you go watch Longlegs, go in honestly like blank and don't really watch it like stuff, I guess, because you don't go overhyped. That's what I'm trying to say. So that's that. That's Longlegs.
Longlegs.
Well, you.
It's mine next. So the next one I have is Twisters, which is like it's not a sequel to Twister. It's kind of like a
remake reboot.
Remake reboot. I mean, there's not really kind of that many references to Twister, but I mean, I think it was really well done. It's a really fun film. I really like it. I think it's one of the best of the year where you can just like sit down like casually or randomly with family to see it.
Yeah, it's just fun.
Yeah, it's just fun.
That makes sense.
I mean, I don't have too much to say on it. It's like it's great. It doesn't the chase sequences and like the tornadoes don't feel fake. It feels quite like grand and well placed.
Okay.
It's
Glenn Powell.
Glenn Powell is also great on it. I mean, he's kind of growing in the ranks right now as well.
I think him in the Edgar Wright film, The Running Man, coming up soon.
Oh,
that will be. I think that would be really good.
Yeah,
from him.
So yeah, not so much to say on it. Just like I think if you're looking for something that came out this year where you can just like sit down and have like a good time with like a lot of like tension and like action sequences, go for Twisters.
Okay. I mean, the biggest film this July, I mean, let's go on, guys. The only Marvel film that released this year, Deadpool and Wolverine.
Right.
I mean, I know I've heard actually some people didn't like it, apparently.
Really?
I've heard.
Okay.
I mean, Marvel's, like, everyone's been saying Marvel, like, has been having a bit more troubled time ever since Endgame. And you can argue that, but if you just look back and just look at the film, like, for me, it's the most fun film I've seen this year.
Okay, right.
It's funny. Like, I think you'll get more out of it if you're like a fan of like the past X-Men films with like some references. But overall, it's a win for Marvel and it's hilarious. And I really beg that this is not just like a one-off thing that's like actually good, like that's good. Like, you know what I mean? Because Marvel's had a bit of a troubled release recently. But yeah, it's good. If you want to put on something with the guys or gals, I don't know. But Deadpool Wolverine, definitely incredibly fun film, and yeah, that was just like a win for Marvel.
I mean, like the marketing of it was amazing. Like even the trailer.
Oh my god, the trailer came out. It's crazy.
You said you didn't see it at first.
I watched the teaser trailer, not the actual trailer.
Yeah.
Because that's the one with like in the silhouette, whatever.
The silhouette of him. I mean, I think I told you not to see it because I think there was some things.
I'm glad I didn't because I saw like some parts of it and I was like, oh, that's too much.
Yeah.
Banger soundtrack as well. What do I have to say?
I mean, you chose it for a winner for Bye Bye
No,
Bye.
but even other like songs, it's funny. It's just really funny. And yeah.
Great.
That is July.
Oh no. And then there's
warning, retention rate goes down.
No, please. Okay, hear me out when I say this. The next one's August. The next one I have is Trap. I'm gonna say this, but then I'm gonna explain it. Trap was actually alright as a film. Like I think it was unexpected. Like unexpected in the sense like when the film kept going, I didn't know what was going to happen. It kept the tension up really well. It just kept like ramping up over time. It was great. The characters I think are amazing. Like
amazing.
Yeah, the characters.
Are they good?
Yeah. That doesn't mean the acting was good.
Oh,
It just meant the
okay.
characters were very, like, I think in theory, if that makes sense, like in theory, the characters are good, but like in practice,
Oh, as a concept.
yeah, as a concept, they're good. I'm saying the good things now. Obviously, there are bad things. Like the dialogue was like,
Oh yeah, but the dialogue
it
is
was
like
insane how bad
all I
it
hear
is.
is, has M Night Shyamalan ever spoken to anyone? Like, yeah, I don't
I
know.
do have to defend it sometimes because The Butcher by
like
played by-
slices up people.
I think his dialogue is bad on purpose because he's playing an act, because like when he's talking to people that isn't his actual personality. So
Have you seen any other M Night films?
no. Avatar.
Oh,
Yeah. Let's not talk about that.
wrong year.
All I'm gonna say is that Trap was not good, but I think it's better than what people are saying because it still has some like interesting moments to it. And also like the trailer, I think I said before, but the trailer like gives away nothing.
Okay.
There's a whole entire third act that like you wouldn't expect. I didn't even know it was happening.
The only thing I will say is I respect M Night for actually like, because I think he used to get. I could be totally wrong, but now he has to like make the money for his own films now.
Right.
If I'm not wrong, because like it's not been as well received, his most recent films. So I respect that he's like gone out of his way and spent the money of him just to make the art form, even if it's received good or bad. It's it's still great.
It's better sometimes to like make a film for yourself rather than for like audience perception.
Yeah.
Do you know if was it The Watchers that his daughter did well?
To watch. Oh yeah. Oh, that came out. This was this year.
It was this year. Yeah.
Oh my. Yeah. I was gonna watch it with a friend. I was gonna watch it with Ryan.
Oh, but
We spoke about it, and nothing happened after that.
no, it looks interesting from the trailers, but I don't know if it got
I
well
heard it
reception.
was not well received. I think, but I don't know. It just. Yeah, that was one of those.
Just came and went.
Interesting. Oh well.
Oh well.
That was Trap.
Well, we're going from Trap to
Another trapped-like film, I guess. Alien Romulus.
right. I really wanted to see this
So
one.
yeah, I watched it, and it is good.
Great.
Because okay, I've only seen the context. I've only seen the first Alien. I haven't seen the second one yet, as of recording. I thought this was scarier than the first. Well, not scarier, but kind of like more anxiety-inducing. Maybe it's because, yeah, I'm a criminal. I watched Romulus before the first one. Yes, all right.
Did you?
Everyone leave. Everyone leave. Yeah, retention rate, whatever. But so maybe that's because there's like a lot of references, and I knew a lot of stuff that would happen because they said it in it, which kind of ruined it slightly, but it was okay. I'm not saying it's better. What I'm trying to say is that as like a blockbuster, I think it works more like a broad audience because it's more anxiety inducing than the first film. I could be like, yeah, this is probably a very hot take. David Johnson, so obviously he's been the rising star now. He's the guy who plays, I gotta spoil it if I say that. He's the guy in the film. Yeah. Let's just leave it there.
Yeah.
He's been rising up since he like Rylane.
Yeah.
And obviously this. So yeah, great rising star there. If you want to watch Alien Romulus, look out for him. He's great. He's the best actor in that film. He, I would say, overshadows the main character, something Spainy, I think her name is. Priscilla. She played Priscilla, I'm pretty sure.
No, yeah.
He overshadows her so badly. Like, no offense to the film, but I only cared about his character, kind of.
Okay.
He was him. He's just him. And like, yeah, he was great. I think he's probably the best part of the film. And obviously the practical effects that they used, I think Fed Alvarez definitely went back to the core of what made the Alien first film great, which is using more practical and like, cause like, have you seen the video where like you have the remote control of the face hugger?
Oh yeah,
that is so cool.
It's really well done. Yeah.
So yeah, just incredibly well made. Apparently one of the better Alien films recently because the other ones have been quite divisive.
Yeah.
And yeah,
I mean, there's Alien. I think Alien Earth, which is a series coming
out soon. Yes, on
soon.
FX, I think. Yeah,
I think it is.
Something about Alien Romulus. So quick, just before, I did think the third act was a bit ridiculous. It's like something that happens in the third act. All I'm gonna say is basketball player for those who know.
Basketball. Okay.
But like, I think still as like, if you go, I would say if you're with friends, this is a really good film. Just like to watch, just have a really good time, like fun time with it, and one of the better Alien films in recent years. So yeah, probably.
They play basketball in Romulus. Okay.
No context. No spoilers.
I don't know. Just from the trailers, it looked so good. I was really looking forward to it. I've seen the first Romulus. Technically, you have seen it in order because Romulus comes before Alien.
Yeah, but no.
Does it not?
No. So it's Alien, then it's Romulus, and then it's Aliens.
Aliens. Yeah.
And then
and then it goes on.
Yeah.
It looks really interesting. I like the motif of red.
The poster. Oh
yeah,
my days.
Really good.
Good stuff.
That was Romulus.
Yep.
And we're going to
September.
I mean, I didn't see any films from September. It was
just
you.
me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The Outrun. I want to talk about the Outrun. With Saoirse Ronan. One of the, I would say, not, how do you say it, underwatched films, not watched, unseen films of this year, definitely. I thought it was really raw and grounded interpretation of, because this film's about addiction, basically.
Yeah.
I can't really speak from personal experience, but it was very, like, it was so, as I said, grounded and raw, and like Saoirse Ronan is like probably one of the best female actresses like right now. Like
Definitely.
I think this is, I know that, mark my words, she will win an Oscar. Probably not for this because it's not been watched by many people, but she will win an Oscar. I know that for a fact. This is an incredible performance from her, and honestly, the film relies on her, so the fact that she's great makes the film better. And like I like how I explored like the smaller stuff in life. Like there's like the sound of the ocean and the sound of winds. It's like some like, I think there's like a short animated bit for some reason in the middle.
Oh, okay.
It's just it was a very refreshing film. I liked it. Was smaller scale. Yeah, its subject matter was obviously more serious, and I think those who maybe experience that more, maybe will relate to it more or understand it more, or those who know more of that subject matter. But I think the film is really, it's just like if you look back at it, it's like kind of coming to terms with your past and like trying to recover or create a new identity, and I really like that about the Outrun. So I think it is, I thought it was quite good. I didn't some parts I would say was a bit slower pace if one of you guys don't like pace, but I still think it was quite good. Yeah.
That's interesting. I mean, like she had as a series she had Blitz this year as well. I think like personally, like for me, she's one of my favorite actresses working today. I used to say Octavia Spencer, but I mean, I don't think I haven't seen her in many
a lot recently.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get what you mean.
I really
Saoirse
hope she
Ronan
gets at least an award.
She's been nominated before.
Yeah, but
I'm telling you, she will win.
Yeah.
Quote me. Put that on a t-shirt. She will win. Like, there's no way. Not this year because smaller, but she will win. So yeah. And now.
Great. And now we've got October, which it's only me. I mean, apart from A Different Man.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have a lot to say about A Different Man, but like it's quite an interesting film about like you think it's how do I describe it? The film's about like your outlook and perspective on life and like how different people deal with different scenarios. That's like how I saw it, because it thinks something you might see as something else, but it's a bit different to that, and it was okay. I think the third act definitely you can agree on was a bit strange, because you forgot like what was his motives with no non-spoilers. But yeah,
I'm not sure.
there's not a lot to talk about Different Man. What's next, Yanis?
My one is, I mean, I've already talked about it, so I'm going to briefly talk now. But It's What's Inside was amazing. I mean, I saw It's What's Inside and then Bodies, 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 which is like a perfect
Double feature.
Double feature. I mean, I didn't see it back to back, but in terms of like films I saw, it's so like dramatic, tense, but really funny. I mean, the switching of bodies is so good. You would think there's a lot of switching around, so you think like who's who, but I don't want to give it away because I think you should see it and like see it for yourself. But like it uses color to really identify which character is which, so you can really see. And then like the big thing, that happens in the third act is like it's so unexpected. It's like that's what you call a plot twist. Like that is really good. And then the second one I saw that month was Look Back, which is a really nice short animation.
Oh yeah, they've got on Amazon, isn't it, recently?
Yeah, I mean it's it's like based on real events. It's really nice. I mean, I highly recommend it if you want to see something short. It's quite powerful and sad with like really great animation. I don't have too much to say on it. I just think you should see it if you're looking for something short to see. It's not something fun. It definitely has a lot of deeper themes, but I think it's well executed.
Yeah, that goes into November. I watched Paddington in Peru. For the UK, this released here already. For other countries, it's releasing next year.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot to say. I personally don't think it's as good as 1 and 2. I don't think the director did a bad job. I think he did a good job for what he was trying to do. But I think Paul King was really the heart of that franchise, and I think he should have done one more or something, and have that perfect trilogy.
Right.
I think Paddington in Peru is still good. There's some good jokes in it, especially like some recurring joke about a spider. It's really funny.
Okay.
Hugh Bonneville was definitely the standout, I think. But I think I just missed a bit of the charm and the witty dialogue, and yeah. But still solid if you wanna enjoy yourself. But yeah, not 1 or 2.
Shame. I don't think anything can top 2 in terms of like Paddington
so
films.
Good. And Gladiator 2 I watched after that. Unfortunately, how do I explain this? This film is 2 movies, right? The first half is a copy of the first film, but a just not as good version. And then the second half is a bit more interesting because it deals with Denzel Washington's character. But like by that point, it's like you're like a bit air about it because the first half was just like a copy of the first film, but just not as good. I think the production design's amazing. I think Ridley is amazing and has been amazing at always directing scale, and like his production design is always amazing. But I just think that the story just wasn't really my thing, and I thought they could have done something a bit more different than kind of making a rip-off of themselves in a way.
Yeah, I mean, it's a shame it has to be like that. I was really looking forward to seeing it as well, but I mean, hearing all of the reviews, that it's kind of just like another version of Gladiator was a shame.
I think there's fun to be had with like the shark stuff and like sets and fights, but I don't know. I was as I said, expectation. I was expecting something a bit more different, but it's fine.
Okay. I mean, also in November, I've already talked about Wicked, so I'm not going to go too much into it. I thought it was amazing. Wow, the next one, Mononoke the movie, Phantom in the Rain. Oh my god, like
Netflix.
It is, yeah. It came out very recently on Netflix. I'm not sure. Yeah, but I'm not sure which other countries it's gone onto. Wow. If you look at the poster, or if anyone's seen like the original Mononoke series, you'll know. But it's like the kind of psychedelic animation. It's just like I've never seen animation like this. I think it's the most interesting art style I've ever seen of an animation. It's stunning. The story is kind of like a murder mystery detective kind of thing,
okay.
but in like a more fantasy landscape. I think this has like a kind of concrete texture over it. It has this texture over it, which is really interesting to see. I don't know. The story is quite difficult to understand. I think, especially nearing the end, where the characters start to really grip into what it's all about.
Yeah.
But I think overall, amazing. I can't wait
Who
for
would
the next
you
one.
recommend it to?
I would recommend it to, I don't know, like animation people. I think it's not a murder mystery in the way that you think it is. It's so hard to compare it to anything because it's so different to anything that I've ever seen.
But it's like refreshing and different. And
So
this is why
refreshing
we
to
should
see.
watch it.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, the music is so different as well. Like, just everything about it is so refreshing to see. And I hope it gets the recognition it deserves. I mean, I don't think it'll get any
No,
like Oscar
I don't
nominations,
think
but
so.
like it's
Too small.
It's currently at like 4 or 4.1 on Letterboxd, which
That's
is
pretty good.
Yeah. The next one comes out next year, which is Ashes of Rage. So it's a trilogy. The original series was like anthology, I think. Like they were separate stories.
Book. Was it a book?
I'm not sure. I think I'll have to double check. But yeah, those are my November films.
And yeah, that was going through the month's films, reviewing short reviews of the films of this year. And Psych Part 1.
We're doing a Wicked.
We're gonna Wicked Dune you.
Yeah, we're splitting this into 2 parts. So this is part 1, which we covered like going through each month, and then the POFT Awards. And then part 2, which if you're listening to this live will come out in a few days, we'll go through our top 5 of this year.
So yeah, stay tuned for that. Follow at our socials. And email at us in Yanis, please tell me, I always forget.
Yeah, please email us, by the way. We would love to get emails because like we love reading them out, and we kind of haven't gone many yet. But no, like literally, you can email us anything. Email us about what are your top films of this year? What films did you see? Like, give us some reviews. If you wrote some
what do you
reviews.
think of the trailer? Or is this live action film needed? Or anything, like anything about a film? Just, I was asked like, what do you think of Shrek 5? Literally, anything. You know what I mean?
Like, also, if you have some hot takes from this year, or maybe if you didn't agree, you can all do that and email us at planetofthetapes@gmail.com, and then
Link in
email
the
us.
description as well.
Yeah.
Or not
it'll
link,
be-
but
well,
yeah,
it'll
there's
be
a
in the
link, kind of a
description.
link. Yeah.
And yeah, we'll see you at part 2.